Hello everyone. I've been away for a few weeks now, but I'm glad to be back. Shout out to my students from Carbonell School in Cali. This video is made specially for you. This is a rather confusing topic for some people. So let's start with used to. When we talk about past situations or habits in the past, let's understand this. Past situations or habits. Let's see some examples. They used to live in the countryside. This means they no longer live in the countryside. I used to study languages every day. This means I no longer study languages every day. We didn't used to travel abroad for vacation. And this is a negative one. So what it means is that we do usually travel abroad for vacation at the current moment. Piqué used to be a faithful man. That means that at the current moment of speaking, he is no longer a faithful man. That couple didn't used to fight this much. It means that at the current moment, they fight so much. When we negate using used to, it is also the opposite of what is being said. Now, let's analyze a little bit of its structure. Subject, used to, verb in the base form, and this is crucial because this is what differentiates used to the other ones, and the complement. And negatives, well, the used to goes in the base form because of the auxiliary didn't, just like it works in past simple. Now let's explore be used to, be with the verb to be. So what this means is to be familiar with or to be accustomed to. Examples. She is used to learning difficult stuff quickly. And I want you to pay close attention to the verbs when we use used to with the verb to be here up front. Diana is used to being responsible. Again, how the main verb is conjugated. I am used to working hard in the mornings. Remember that when we add ing to the verb, it doesn't always refer to the ando meaning in Spanish. And one of the functions of gerunds is to transform the verbs into nouns. So here the verb is working as a noun, only that it has ing. I am used to working hard in the mornings. We are used to doing homework. So all these verbs are actually functioning as nouns. Let's explore the structure. She's used to learning difficult stuff fast. Diana is used to being responsible. In here, I added an extra one just to show you that we can use a noun that doesn't end in ing, just like so, this city. So you should pay attention to this structure and to the usage. Remember, be used to means to be familiar with or be accustomed to when you are already familiar with something or when you are already accustomed to that thing. Now, get used to is a little similar. However, it refers to the process of becoming familiar with something. Not when you are already familiar, like with be, with the verb to be, like here, is, am, or are, remember? But when we use get used to, it refers to the process of becoming familiar. It refers to the process. Now, let's see some examples. I'll get used to my new job. It means I am not used to my job yet. She's getting used to listening to loud music. She's getting used. She is in the process of getting familiar to listening to loud music. Now, if you analyze, here is exactly the same. The structure is exactly the same. After used to, we have an ing form of a verb or an actual noun, like here. I'll get used to my new job. This is not a verb with ing. It is actually a noun. The driver got used to the noise of the engine. Here we are also using a noun, right? And the verb get, as in get used to, is conjugated in past. This is something special, not only to get used to, but also from be used to, because we can conjugate these verbs. The verb to be can be conjugated either in present, past, or future. Get used to is not exclusively used in present. The get is not exclusively used in present. As you can see in this example, the driver got used to the noise of the engine. is talking in past. The driver went through that process of getting accustomed to something. The new workers, look, will eventually get used to their functions. Here, we are using get, but this sentence is conjugated in future. Let's analyze now the structure. I'll get used to my new job. She's getting used to listening to loud music. Subject, get used to. In any tense, this is very important. We can conjugate it in past like in here. We can conjugate it in present continuous like in here. Or in future like in the previous sentence, in the previous example here, right? It doesn't matter. What matters is that after used to, we are using again an ing form of a verb, meaning it is functioning as a noun or an actual noun, right? The noise, listening, etc. And the complement is the final part of the structure of get used to. And here is a summary of the three of them. Remember, used to refers to a situation of the past that is no longer true, right? Or a habit in the past that is no longer true. Be used to, on the other hand, refers to being familiar with something, being already, the key word here is already. So being already familiar to something or being already accustomed to something. And get used to refers to the actual process of becoming familiar or becoming related to something. So, and what is in yellow here is what changes between the three of them. So the one that stands aside from the other two is used to, because after used to we have the base form of the verbs always. In contrast, be used to and get used to use an ing form, a gerund form of the verb, or they use an actual noun. That is the main difference. You can stop the video here to analyze these examples. And well, that was the video of today. If you have any questions or if you want to practice more, you can check in the material section here. I will share a little quiz on this, all right, that you can use to practice. And if you have any other question, suggestion, or even an example in which you can like expand a little more about this topic, you can also share that in the comment section. Once again, shout out to the students from Carbonell School. I love you guys, and I hope this material is useful to you and to your friends or family members if they ever want to learn this topic. All right, so I see you in class and I see you around. Thank you very much. Bye bye.